All right, we have Otto here for his week 1 recap. Good boy. Just starting this week off with some play, get him warmed up a bit for the training. All right, Bobby, look at you. Right now we're playing with what's called a flirt pole. So the flirt pole, he gets to chase after it, play some tug with it. You're all the way in the corner though. Hi, yeah, good boy. I'm not pulling the flirt pole in any direction really. Whatever direction he goes in, I'm just applying some opposite pressure. So I'm not tugging it where he's pulling across the floor. I'm kind of letting him do the tugging and I'm just applying some pressure. Good boy. Nice thing about the flirt pole, my hands are up here away from his mouthy end. This is good for puppies who are learning how to play appropriately. Good boy. You don't like to let go of this one though. No, you don't. Yeah, good boy. Very good boy. Where are you going? Where are you going, buddy? Good tugging. Yeah, you're a very good boy. Good boy. Oh my goodness. Oh, you won. Good job. Good job. Yeah. Good boy, buddy. Stay over here where they can see you. Oh, good job. So eventually I will let go of that pressure. That way he thinks he won that tug. Good boy. Oh my gosh, good job. And then the way that we've been getting him to drop the toy when it's time to start working, I'm gonna get a piece of food. Good boy. What's this? Otto, what do I have? Oh, good job. Yes, good boy. So showing him that piece of food so he can sniff it, and then the goal is that he drops the toy to get the food, and he's rewarded with the toy or the food for that. All right. So getting into the training part of things, we're gonna start by doing what's called charging our clicker. For that, I'm simply going to click my clicker and then give Otto a piece of food. Good boy. Hey, what's over here? This. Good boy. I'm not expecting anything specific when we're charging that clicker. I'm just hopefully not going to click any negative behaviors. So now the purpose of the clicker is going to be the mark the moment in time that he gives me the behavior that I asked for. So right now we're following a food lure. After we take a few steps following that food, that is when I'm going to click and then give him that piece of food. Oh, good boy. What are you doing coughing up that cookie? So take a few steps, click, give him the food, show him another piece of food. Otto! Good job. We also like to pair following that food lure with his name. Look at this. Otto! Good job. So same thing, after taking a few steps, say his name and then click and feed him as long as he stays connected with you. Hey buddy, I know you're looking for that flirt pole again. What's this? Ready? Get it. Still working on this one. It's hard because the kibble kind of blends in with the carpet. But we're teaching Otto what's called a get it cookie. We're gonna use this to release him from certain positions. So this week we're really just teaching him, when you hear this word, you're gonna follow the food. Otto! Psst. Good boy. Ready? Get it. So not tossing the food too far. What's that? Get it. Good boy. That way he can easily follow that food and find it. Get it. Make sure tossing the food in different directions. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna work on is gonna be getting Otto into a nice sit. Good boy. So as soon as his butt hits the ground and those front paws hit the ground, that is what I'm clicking and feeding. Okay. And then I am, so I have a few pieces of cookie in my hand when I do this. I would say 3 to 4. The initial sit, you're gonna click and feed. And then after that, I'm gonna take my hand away slightly and then come back in with another piece of food. Okay, sit. To keep him in this nice sit until, okay, I release him. Good boy. Can you do that one more time? Hey, sit. Good boy, buddy. Very good boy. Okay. There, find it. I know, it's blended. Hey, buddy, right here. Good job, handsome. All right, and then the next thing that we worked on is what's called a hand target. Look at you, so focused. Teaching the hand target, I'm gonna have the food in my hand. Right now I have it wedged between my 2 fingers, but you also can have it in your hand and cover it with your thumb. So showing Otto that I have that food, he's licking it, he's nice and attached. Touch. Good boy. And then I'm just gonna pull that hand away a little and ask him to touch. The goal is, of course, that he follows that food. Touch. And then as soon as I feel his nose hit the palm of my hand, that's what I want to click. Touch. Good boy. The purpose of this hand target, touch. Good boy. I like to use it a lot as an informal recall. So I'll use it to call Otto back inside if he maybe doesn't know his formal recall. I also really like to use it if we're out and about. He gets a little distracted by something, be it another human, another dog. I might ask him for a hand target to get his focus and attention back on me. And then once he gives me that hand target, we'll go back into whatever we were doing. Walking, sitting there, whatever. Just the hand target's nice to get his focus back on you. Oh, good boy. We're gonna take a little play break, and then the next thing we're gonna do is work on his mat. Oh, good boy. So now with the mat, we are working on step 1 this week. Step 1 is I'm gonna put that mat down. As soon as Otto runs over, hopefully gets 4 paws on, that's what I wanna click. And then I'm gonna put the food directly onto the mat itself. Using maybe 3-4 pieces, I'll click, set a food piece down, set another piece down, and then set another. After that, I'm gonna pick up the mat and move it to a different location with the goal of building that drive where Otto sees this mat go down and he wants to run right over and put himself on his mat. Good boy, buddy. The mat is a good one to continue practicing, especially if you want him to have a nice stationary behavior. So when you guys are having guests over, if you want him to be able to place on his mat while they enter the room. Another really great place to use this is when you're cooking in the kitchen. If he's going to be in the kitchen with you, he has a spot where he lays, and he then learns, I can't leave this spot unless I'm released. Good boy. And that's not something he's going to learn today, but over the next few weeks, that's something that we have a goal of building to. Good boy, Otto. All right, now that we talked about it, can we do it? Good boy, buddy. Hey, drop. Good boy. Yeah, I know, we're taking a break from that. All right, let's get our mat. So mat ready. I'll make sure I have my clicker, a few pieces of food. Okay, are you ready, buddy? Otto. Psst. Hey, go to your mat. Good boy. Good job. Right here. Good job. And when practicing step 1, we can pick him up to lift him off or throw one of those release cookies, the get it cookies, to get him to move off of there. So picking the mat up, moving it to a new spot. Hey, Otto. Psst, buddy. What's this? Go to your mat. Good boy. So see how his body is already going down into that nice DOWN position. Now he hasn't learned that behavior just yet, but by feeding him the cookies directly onto the mat, it's gonna keep encouraging him to get into this position, which is gonna be the end picture, that he goes over to the mat, lays down, and then doesn't leave until we release him from the mat. Let's do that one more time, bud. Go to your mat. Good boy. Good job, buddy. Doing very well with this. Good boy. Here, okay. Over there. Good boy, buddy. All right, I'm gonna put myself over here. Yeah. And then the final thing that we worked on this week was different body handling. So getting Otto used to how he might be held when he goes to the vet or when he goes to the groomer. Here, it's in my hand. So for this, I'm gonna get him attached to the food that's in my right hand. My left hand's gonna come under his belly, apply a little bit of pressure, and then click and give him the food. Good boy. Now that is an introduction to some baby restraint. Good boy. Practicing lifting his tail for when he goes to the vet, gets his temperature taken, or when he goes to the groomer and they might need to do a cleanup back there. Okay. There, buddy. Like this. The next thing we'll work on is handling his paws. Good boy. So starting up at his shoulders, which we're going to consider a neutral zone, staying connected to his body as I make my way down to that paw. I know, buddy. Good boy. Good job. Staying connected to his body helps to make it more of what we call fear-free. It's a little aggressive when we handle them and we're just bop, 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 or we go right down to the point of where we want to touch. So we like to make it as smooth and gentle as possible. So right now I'm going to look at his ears. Yes, good boy. So again, he's attached to food in my right hand. Starting at the back of his head and then flipping that ear. Yes, good boy. Looking in his eyes. Yes, good boy. And for that, starting at the back of the head, coming up and just holding back the eyelid. Yes, good boy. And for this, it's really just encouraging him to kind of keep his face. Yes, good job. Still, while someone looks at him. Yes, good boy. That one I was looking in his mouth, so he's focused on food while my hand just pulls up that lip a little bit. Good boy. good with that. And that's it for Otto's week 1 recap. We're going to end our recap with a little bit more play. Good job, buddy. Yeah, pretty good. Good boy. Get it. Oh gosh. Good job, handsome. What are you doing?